I'm going to jump right into my next movie that I'm going to talk about. It's one of my favorite movies of all time because I usually don't watch movies with this actor in it. It's called Drive with Ryan Gosling. No, I know who Ryan Gosling is before this movie, but I never really paid attention to him. I was like, oh, whatever, that's an actor. All these girls are all over him, whatever. But then I saw the trailer for Drive. I was like, Ryan Gosling looks like a badass, and I started like watching more movies to like build up to see him in this movie. I watched that movie. That movie's fantastic. It starts off Drive is about Ryan Gosling, who plays like this guy who's just kind of like a mechanic. He's kind of like a loner. He's like kind of awkward, but he's just a guy who's a mechanic who also acts as a getaway driver for like heists or jobs or whatever you want him to be hired for. You can hire him and he drives you away. So the whole movie's about him being involved in stuff he didn't really want to be involved with. So finally, he meets his neighbor, and she's pretty. And he's like, oh hey, whoa, who are you? And she's like, well, hi there. So like they start getting this relationship. But then she's like, well, my husband's gonna come out of jail soon. And he's like, well, shit. So the whole storyline is Ryan Gosling works for Shannon, who is played by Bryan Cranston, who is Malcolm Middle's dad. He works for him. And Shannon works for, what is his name? I think it's like Brooks or something. But Shannon works for this man who is... What? Oh, whoa, this is not the right movie. No, stop. What are you doing, you big... 2011, god damn it. Bernie Rose. So Shannon works for Bernie Rose, who's played by Albert Brooks. And Shannon's just the mechanic guys, that's like his thing. But then he works for Rose. And Rose is kind of like the boss of Nino, who's played by Ron Perlman, who's like this mobster guy. So the main storyline is, while Ryan Gosling's doing this job, and his neighbor's husband comes out of jail, the husband gets beaten up by these thugs that he owes money to, so Ryan Gosling offers like, hey dude, I'll help you with this job. And he's like, that'll get you set because I care for your wife and your kid. That's awkward, but that's what's gonna happen. So he tries to help him with the job by robbing this pawn shop. That gets shot. Bam, bam. Spoiler alert. That's when everything kicks off. People start dying over here. This girl's face gets like blown off of a shotgun, which I was like, what the hell? Because it's not bloody at all till stuff starts kicking off. So Ryan Gosling's like, what the hell? So he starts finding out whose money does he have. He accidentally stole Ron Perlman's money. So now Ron Perlman is pissed, trying to kill Ryan Gosling, which pisses off Rose, and which pisses off Shannon. So now everyone's pretty much at everyone's throat, and people start getting killed. A lot of people start getting killed. And the movie is so retroly done, it's fantastic. Like, clearly, the movie's like probably day and age. It's like 2011 or so when the movie came out. It's probably around that time, but it's retro-y, so it looks a lot older, which is really cool. And I've never seen Ryan Gosling be like a badass. And he was pretty much like a badass. So I love this movie a lot. I give it, I think, a 10 out of 10. Yeah. No, I'm just going to go 9 out of 10. And the reason why is because a lot of people are saying that it's kind of awkward because Ryan Gosling doesn't talk a whole lot during the movie. But that's not the point. The point is he's awkward. He has a dual life, and so he meets this new woman, so it's kind of awkward to be around her because she has a husband, but he has all these feelings for her. Like, you have to just enjoy a movie. It's like The Godfather. In my opinion, it's one of those old movies where The Godfather is a very thick storyline, and all of a sudden there's like blood everywhere, where like shotguns are going off and people are getting murdered. And like I feel like Drive falls in line with like Godfather and like kind of Scarface and like those type of movies where it's like this thick storyline where you have to sit there, be patient, and watch. I give it 9 out of 10. I recommend it for anyone who likes gritty movies because there's a girl's head gets shot off a shotgun, and then Ryan Gosling stomps a dude's face in the elevator, which is really cool. This guy's throat gets like, okay, so this one guy gets like stabbed and then gets his throat cut, and like the first stab that should have just killed him, but then he was like, ah. So Ross is like, well, shit. So then he has to kill him again. It's so good. I enjoyed it a lot. There is nudity, however, but let me list off the characters who are in this. There's Ryan Gosling, Carey Mulligan, Bryan Cranston, Albert Brooks, Oscar Isaac, Ron Perlman, Christina Hendricks. Hendricks, yes. But yeah, I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. However, I would have liked to see a little bit more. So that's why I give it a 9 out of 10. I recommend it, and stay tuned for more movies, and I would like to know what you guys thought about Drive. A lot of people are very iffy, washy about it. But yeah, stay tuned for my next movies I'm going to do.